All right, so I'm here with John Darcy. Is that how you pronounce it?
I'm gonna help you. DRs.
DRs.
Yep, there you go.
Play for the TCU Horned Frogs,
Yep.
LSU Tigers,
Yep.
and Broncos as a wide receiver. And I was gonna ask him some questions. First question: what did you do as a kid in your childhood? Like, how'd you entertain yourself?
Let me see. As a kid, what did I do to entertain myself? One of the things I did, I absolutely played the game, video games for sure. That's how I taught myself football. Right? My parents were high school athletes. My dad didn't play football, he ran track. My mom was a basketball player, so nobody in my immediate family played football. So I played the video games to learn how to play football, and then I would go outside and I would actually play against like the older kids. So
All right.
it's my childhood right there.
Second question: where did you live growing up?
I'm originally from Monroe, Louisiana. Funroe is what they call it.
Third question: how did you get into football? Which you said video games, right?
Yep. That's how I got into it. And then I think I was 5 years old, and I tried out for my cousin's 8-year-old team, and I actually made it. So I was off and running after that.
All right. Fourth question: who is your role model?
My role model. Let's see. As a child,
Anytime.
just in general, I'll definitely say my dad. My dad is my role model, simply because he really showed me how to be a man, number one, and how to carry yourself as a man, number two. I learned a lot from him. A lot.
That's cool. Fifth question: what did you do to get to the D1 level?
I did one thing. I just worked. I worked really, really hard. Literally, I would be in the middle of season. We would have practice from 3 to 5. I would go to training from 6 to about 7:30, at least 3 days out of the week. And it paid off after a while. It was hard at first, I won't lie, but after doing it for about a year and a half, 2 years, I got it done.
All right. Sixth question: how was your NFL experience?
How was my NFL experience? It was a dream come true. It didn't happen the way that I thought it would happen, but it was definitely a dream come true. I got to play alongside of one of my favorite players, Demaryius Thomas, and I learned a lot. I learned a lot about what it takes to be a professional, right? It's not so much about being a good player. You have to be a professional on and off the field. So knowing how to speak to people, knowing how to treat people, know how to be places on time, it was dope. It was really dope. Dope experience.
Seventh question: what have you done since the NFL?
I have done a lot, man. I've been training now for 7 years. I've coached Little League football. I've coached middle school football. I'm now the varsity receiver coach at North Crowley. So I've had definitely a journey in the coaching world, and I've also just dabbled into entrepreneurship. I've dabbled into public speaking. Like, I've been doing a lot since not playing.
I like that. Eighth question: how have you enjoyed your life since being out of the NFL? If you know what I mean.
Yes. I've enjoyed it tremendously, simply because as an athlete, I had to sacrifice so much. So I missed a lot of Christmases. I missed a lot of Thanksgivings. I missed a lot of birthdays. I missed a lot of like celebration moments with my family. And now, being a retired athlete, I get to enjoy those moments. I get to go home for 4th of July. I get to go on the family trips. I get to be at the birthdays. So I'm enjoying it tremendously. I didn't realize I missed so much.
All right. Ninth question: how has your coaching been or your coaching experience overall?
It's been a roller coaster, man. From the first day of training, 12 kids, to now being a varsity coach, it's been a roller coaster. Like, every year, I've seen myself get better and better and better and better. And every year hasn't always been a great year, right? I've had some down years, I've had some great years, but I've been consistent in my pursuit of it, I'll say.
Last question: what do you do to plan on, like, for the future?
What do I do to plan for the future? Number one, I decide what I want. The second thing I do, I decide when I want it. And then number 3, I start building out the game plan for like doing things on a daily basis to get to it, right? And I'm not gonna say that I always hit my goals, right? Because sometimes, you know, life gets in the way, distractions happen and stuff like that. But that's usually my format. I decide what it is that I truly want. I set a date, I set a timeline, and then I get right to work.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you.
Cool, for sure.
All right.